Interesting. So, why are you such a fan of the Amazon HQ2, even though it didn't come? Did you think that the new 25,000 jobs and the minimum salaries that each worker would
I
get
thought it
would
would have
help
been a
it?
culture change for all of Queens, and it would have been cool for like this neighborhood in particular, which is a dump. I mean, I had to argue endlessly with people who've never even been to this block on how bad this block is. I mean, they're like, "Oh, you say your neighborhood is crappy?" Yes, this neighborhood is crappy. Like,
Why is it crappy?
because there's all worn down factories. Like I said, there's a abandoned strip club. We got a DOE rubber room. We have a paint factory that you can't build on because you got to do $100 million in cleanup that Amazon was actually going to do. So yeah, I mean, it would have been awesome. It would have been a boon to our entire borough, and it would have been, I mean, an insane boon to this neighborhood.
Did you get support or any backlash on wanting Amazon back from people, like in general? You get any criticism? Maybe some people we
Oh,
went
of
back to
course,
saying,
you
"Oh,
know.
you should have come here" or anything.
I mean, as I think I was mentioning before, I like had political groups in here. We had the John Brown Party, and we would invite folks over, and we had Mike Giannaris speak, we had Jimmy Van Bramer speak, Jessica Ramos spoke, and then these idiots turn around and blow up my block for the next 50 years because now it's not only that they get rid of that business, they've scared off any business from doing business in Queens anymore because we look just in like embarrassing idiots that have basically let the entire left wing just take over the party, even though they're a minority. I mean, I'm a progressive Democrat, but I've never seen in any of the rule books about progressivism about getting rid of jobs. Like, that makes no sense. I mean, and to judge a company like on morals, who's judging? Because I don't think a bunch of 25-year-olds get to judge how people do business. If you don't like that they have unions, organize a union because that's how unions work. I mean, if you don't like the way they do business, well, there's a point where there's a saying, it's called none of your business. That's how it works. You don't get to come into my restaurant and tell me how to, do what I want with my employees or whatever. If I do something illegal or egregious or something, then sure, I mean, the public can scrutinize me, but you don't get to like tell a business what they can and can't do when they come just because you want to push around a billionaire. I mean, stupid. I mean, I think the whole thing was just totally stupid.
Government cares though about all these developments of the people. Like, they don't care. They care just to take the old people that lived here for so many years, put in new people. They don't care if they're poor or whatever. You think
Let me tell you this, after this experience and knowing all these people, the government doesn't give a shit about anything at all except their own careers and money. That's it. Like, because basically Mike and Jimmy are trying to play this off so they can springboard themselves as like progressive fighters or whatever. Like I've mentioned on other interviews, they didn't mean to win this at all. They just wanted to like act tough. Mike even told me that like they're probably coming, but something. Now they're just totally like intellectually lazy way of dealing with the entire thing. Because one of the things I've always said is that if you don't like them, you have their phone number. Call them up and say, "I hate your guts," and then we start there. I mean, like, can we start there? Like, but they didn't even call them like little babies, like little girls in high school. Like, "I don't like her. I'm not gonna talk to her. Tell her I don't like her." I mean, what kind of shit is that? I mean, and on behalf of our neighborhood, and they lost us $24 billion and jobs galore.
They were afraid of the whole. If they really were like that, you think they were afraid of the whole public scrutiny? If they just said that in the public,
They just said it. They just wanted to be hip. And that's what's gross about this. They didn't want to represent their district. They wanted to be cool with the kids these days.